Hey guys, it's me Nes, and I'm going to give my thoughts for SummerSlam on Saturday that happened, last night. And yeah, I would like to basically apologize that I kind of post this a bit late, but regardless, we're going to talk. I'm going to give my honest thoughts on overall of night one SummerSlam or SummerSlam Saturday. So basically, the beginning of the match was good between Roman Reigns, Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed. It is one of those matches that it doesn't have lower than 20 minutes if that's the case. But here's the thing. I think that the main event that leads to a cash in saved the night one basically. They basically saved overall. The thing is this because the first match was the one has a good start. Of course, it was rare to see Roman compete even Jay in the first match of PLE. I'm sure that Jay done this a lot, I think, but Roman, this might be his first time. And the next matches from the second match until we get to Drew McIntyre teams up with Logan Paul versus Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. It wasn't considered to be more than 10 to 15 minutes. I feel like there are some matches that are like more than 15, but I feel like it's too short. Like the women's tag team championship match, of course, congrats to Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. The thing is about this one is that there's still storyline to be developed if Charlotte can she be trusted for Alexa Bliss. And the thing is that they managed to win the championship. I thought that at one point Charlotte is gonna go full heel on Alexa Bliss, but she basically think of the championships first. So yeah, and or the teams first. So it was good. Sammy versus Karen Cross. To be honest, like I feel like Sammy shouldn't win. I understand that he is, a guy that needed to win some matches, but Karen Cross, man, like, I think this is the only match that I feel like Karen Cross deserves to win a match in a PLE, especially SummerSlam, man. So I don't know why they decided, okay, let's make Sammy winning against Karen Cross. So again, the storyline, if I remember correctly, Sammy said, if I beat you, don't go to me or interfere in my life. That's basically how it is, and I hope that if this feud ends, let it all slide. Um, the women's WWE Women's Championship match, Tiffany Stratton beats Jade Cargill. I think it was a OP decision. It was a short match. I feel like Tiffany got hurt because after that one move she went out. She kind of recovered from something. I don't know if that is the case that she got hurt. Hopefully that she's okay. Honestly, I feel like it was again a right decision. I don't think Jade should win immediately. I think she needs to have a proper build before she gets to have some adversity or some struggle before she's going to get the championship. And they made Tiffany undefeated, I think, in PLEs if I'm not mistaken, so it is nice that way. So keep on going. I might be wrong regardless because again, I just finished SummerSlam night one, so yeah. But again, I didn't pay attention to much of the announcers until there's certain lines that they need to discuss. Next one would be the Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul versus Randy Orton Jelly Roll. It was the right choice. You make Drew and Logan Paul beat Randy Orton Jelly Roll. Now most people want Jelly Roll and Randy Orton to win. I feel like Drew needed to win first and foremost because the thing is this: he lost a lot of matches. Imagine that he won the WWE Championship carrying the pandemic, and then he had to win the World Heavyweight Championship in WrestleMania 40 only to lose to a cash in, have a dreadful, losses to CM Punk twice, by the way, and it led to him to lose a lot only to have this type of match with Logan Paul. against those two, and they get the win. So I feel like it's deserved. It's funny that I have to say Logan deserved the win, but let's face it, as long as Drew is there, he needs to win this match for sure. Next one, World Heavyweight Championship match, the main event. Now, like I say, I think this match, the World Heavyweight Championship match that lead to a cash-in, I think it saves night one. Now, I know some people prefer some matches, especially the beginning. Yeah, it's nice to see supposedly the main event is the first match of the night, which is nice. But, not gonna lie, this was the best result of a main event to a cash-in of a good match to end night one. Because when CM Punk versus Gunther, of course, the beginning of the match is basically like, they out wrestle each other. Punk was trying the best he could to wear the left arm or the shoulder. But the thing is that, Gunther, with all those chops, with all those, brutal attacks, submission holds, that was also added because both are technical wrestlers. They did what most wrestling was done in the past, more on the technical side, not more of the high flying. But it ended in a way where Gunther celebrated too early, and it led to him for his downfall. Where he kind of got bleed in the forehead. Well, basically there is a lot of secrets to that, how they get bleed, but at the same time he hurt his nose. So I was like, okay, I feel like at some point that Gunther could have a broken nose, who knows. But the thing is that it led to Punk take the advantage, and it ended up in a way that Punk sets up not one but two GTS to get the win. Now this is what happened after the match. While Punk celebrated, he's in tears. He's finally a world champion once again after, like, I would say since 2013. Now what happened is that once he raised the belt for the last time, the music comes in for Seth Rollins, and he was in crutches with a knee brace, of course. So it's like, according to Michael Cole, he has like the remaining months before he cash in. And to be honest, he's just, for Seth, they're just trying to troll. But though, once he put down the crutches, when the beat drop of the music says burn it down, that goes to show that, yep, he's not injured. I think some people, who makes content saying that, oh, he fakes an injury, I think it literally meant that it's true that he has that fake injury, and because of that, it led to where we are right now. The moment that Seth, after he gets off the knee brace, the clutches, removes his suit, gets the briefcase, called the one ref, which is this Jessica Carr, which she did a good job because there were a few refs that kept on saying, are you sure about cashing in? Are you serious because someone got hurt? It's like one of those things. But for her, she did her job. During the time, Seth, I like to add in that Seth used the briefcase on Punk, hit him in the head, in the back as well a couple of times. And then after it was announced that Seth's gonna cash in, the ref rings the bell. Seth was already prepared for a curb stomp. 1, 2, 3, and then we got Seth winning the World Heavyweight Championship. Ruin CM Punk's night. And this isn't the first time, because there were a lot of people saying that this is the same thing that happened to Drew, that he lost in 5 minutes. And it happened. It would be funny if Drew was, laughing about it, the next night on Raw would say that, haha, you lost in 5 minutes, something like that. But still, it was great. Of course, there were a lot of moments like Cardi B kicks off, of course, being the host. Drewski narrates the open of the show. But the thing is this, right? I feel that it is good that they made night one something special, especially the main event. Not gonna lie, overall, besides the opening of the match and the main event, it wasn't as thrilled, because The second match until we get to the main event, it was less than 20 minutes. I feel like, I don't know how much time the WWE gave the whole PLE, but I feel like, it was the right decision that they gave the World Heavyweight Championship a long amount of time and then added more extra time for the seventh match, which is the cash-in. So, to me, not gonna lie, the main event might stole the show overall. Stole the whole night one. Everything, it is great. I know that night two is interesting as well because you got the undisputed WWE Championship match in a street fight. So I'm not gonna put into details because not gonna lie, we have a lot of good matches. All of it is a championship match, basically a SummerSlam Night of Champions edition. But the thing is this, for the street fight, I'm looking forward because there can only be two options. It was a third option at one point, but now it became two options because the thing is, while the cash-in is already out of the door, you got basically two things. There were reports that someone went to the arena in hoodie so that they cannot be seen. It's either two things. The Rock, Brock Lesnar, or could be Travis, which I guess. But the thing is that I think that Brock is not possible. But it will be interesting if they ever, bring Brock as the surprise interference. But I think The Rock or Travis would be the one to interfere this match. Now, what would be the result? There can be two ways of that. Either Cody aligns with The Rock, or John Cena played as the heel to take that, oh, he's a babyface, but unfortunately, he fooled all of us knowing that he's gonna win the match. Now, if you're thinking if Cody's gonna align with The Rock, I feel like Cena at one point might be thinking that, you know what, since The Rock and Travis, or maybe The Rock only, will come to save me, what if The Rock turns on Cena and then Cody aligns with The Rock, right? That could be a good end. But the second thing is either The Rock came out either with Travis or not, but The Rock's gonna help Cena secure the win, and then people would be like, surprised because again, there were a lot of comments on SmackDown that Cena finally have a face turn, which is like, I don't think that I am shocked, or I feel like confused in a way, because I feel like it wasn't meant to be that he has to turn face immediately without any results or reason going on. It's not even a match. People have been speculated double turn, so if it happens, then finally we get a double turn. But those two things I said, either Cena wins with The Rock's help or Cody's gonna align with The Rock, those things are gonna happen, unless there can be something else. I may not know, but again, I'm looking forward for night 2. And that's all for the video. Again, I apologize if I post this very late, but most likely night 1 is considerably interesting. This is the first ever SummerSlam in 2 nights, so I'm looking forward for the Sunday match card or night 2 as it is. So all I can say is that thank you for watching, and we will see each other in the next video. Peace.